What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the live stream of Trading Crypto. It's been a while. It has been a while. It feels like I haven't done this in a long time. Been busy with my degen plays, I guess you could say. So everything's sound good. Music's not loud. I'm coming through clear. Okay, so I haven't looked at BTC in a hot minute. What's going on with the week chart here on BTC? BTC, if we go from the top to the body closes, looking like we actually wicked off that 618 right there, which is fantastic. Indicators are still extremely bullish. We had that slight dip on the MACD in the week chart, but we still are ripping to the upside there. I like to see that. RSI isn't overbought, so I like to see that. The RSI actually got out of its downtrend, so we can see since the top on the week for BTC RSI, we broke out of that downtrend here on January 2nd with this pretty much godlike candle right here, this huge green candle. A lot of indicators are showing the bottoms in, boys and girls, if you're watching. So right now, I think what we're going to be keeping an eye on is the 618 at 25.9, 25.5 is going to be the price area for BTC. So before I get into altcoins, I haven't looked at these charts in a hot second, so I want to go over my my bull market checklist first. I also want to look at the GMMA here on the week chart. Like I said, once the GMMA crosses over green on the week chart, man, it's all ignitions go. Oh, not the week chart, the month chart. Yeah, I still haven't gotten the month chart yet, but look at that straight V line up, as happened last time too. That showed the bottom here in 2019, and we just took off. I strongly believe if it wasn't for that black swan of COVID right here, that's really what killed that bull run. That bull run would have went absolutely parabolic, similar to the last two. So hopefully we don't get another one. We can actually take off. So even on the month chart here, you look at MACD still running. We're still bearish, but we're starting to lose that momentum on the bearish. I've gone over this several times. The MACD has never been wrong. We've never gone dark red to light red back to dark red in the history on the month chart. So usually we go dark red, that's your bear market. And we start getting that light red, that's where the bear market pretty much ends, and we start having our bullish momentum to the upside. So you can see we're pretty much heading that way there, which is solidifying that the bull run is just around the corner. Same thing with the RSI. The RSI normally bounces at around that 44, 43. Last couple bear market bottoms, it did the exact same thing this time. GMM or WTX actually bounces off the zero, but we actually went much lower this time. We're starting to curve back to the upside. Now, all I need on my week chart is for this GMMA to cross back over, and we're going to be taking off. So I think we made it, guys. I think we made it through the bear market. Not saying we're gonna go straight to the moon now, but I think we made it. So let me look at my list real quick. I want to look at the Bitcoin dominance on the week. See if we're getting over this resistance area. We're trying. We are trying. We are pretty much right on it right now. Indicators are still looking good. GMMA is still looking good. We're getting pretty high in the WTX though. Last time we got a sell signal on the WTX. Last time we were this high on the WTX was back here. So we had the 28th where we were this high on the WTX, we dropped. And then prior to that was June 20th. That was actually my birthday. We hit that and we dropped as well. So hopefully we can actually break above this, because we do enter the overbought on the WTX, but we really don't extend past. So we're getting pretty exhausted there, which, like I said, if we do get rejected here, the BTC dominance, that's going to be our first mini alt season of the year. Alts will probably make a nice decent run after that, and then after that it'll be bull run for BTC. So if you want your altcoins to fly, you want this Bitcoin dominance to fall. But the higher the Bitcoin dominance goes, the heavier the fall, which means the larger the alt season. So this is another thing I'm keeping a close eye on. I'm keeping an eye on the tether dominance. I want to see this thing continually going downwards. Tether dominance just means people are getting out of stable coins back into the market. We're below the halfway, the mean area, which is fantastic. Every time we've dipped below that from heading from a top, That is pretty much signified the bull run. Usually when we touch the channel, that is the top of the bull run. So I'm going to be using these indicators to try to get as close as I can to the top of the bull run and take all my profits there. I'm not going to try to get it exactly on the head, but once we get close, I'm probably going to get out of the market. Next thing I want to look at is total market cap. This is your alt season right here. This is total market cap excluding BTC. The similarities to our first major alt season from October 2015 to January 2018. I think we're looking very, very similar to that. We had that first run up here, topped out at around 171 million market cap. Had a nice bull pattern right here, not a bull pattern, but a bull type movement right here. Broke above up to 556,000 million, or 556 million market cap. Came down and back tested that previous high of 177, and then that was your alt season right there. We actually took off, and we're looking very, very similar to that right now, just on a much larger scale, because there's a lot more coins, a lot more money. You can see what happened here is we had that run up. We tagged that $413 billion market cap, had that similar rounded bottom, broke above that previous high up to that 1.6 trillion dollar. Back testing it right now. So if we get that bounce, it's going to be similar to this bounce right here. So I think for alt season, we're in this area of the first one right here, just in this very, very end area. We tap that and we can start going up higher there. Your altcoins will start flying. Another thing, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that either. This is pretty much Moonboy chart here. Just keeping it drawn to see if it stays valid. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to go over here on BTC. I haven't looked at these charts in a while. Everything seems to be maintaining the same. We haven't gotten my weekly crossover yet on BTC. So what do we have here for altcoin requests? Let me see what the Discord has. Then I'll hop on here real quick. What's up, everyone? I'm finally home from Alaska and catch a live stream. Welcome, welcome. Oh, how was Alaska, dude? I remember you sending some pictures. That was absolutely beautiful. Check ID. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. You talking about Space ID or Everest ID? Okay, Space ID, 6.4%, 46 cents, 2 billion max supply, 286 million coins in circulation. So they could put about 1.7 billion more coins in circulation. So be careful of that. 133 million market cap. Oh, it hit an all-time high 11 days ago. All-time high was 11 days ago at 91. All-time low was 11 days ago. So this must be a new coin. Yeah, this coin just came out. Wow, this card just came out on the 22nd. Probably not going to be a whole lot of price data on it, but what exchange it? So it's on MEXC and Binance and KuCoin. When you think a little correction to 32,000, right now, I'm really not looking at the small pullbacks anymore. I think we got the bottom out of the way for BTC. If anything, that pullback will bring us back down to the 618 at around that 26,000, and then we could head up to that 30K. But it's showing the next main resistance area isn't until 32. So I mean, on the micro fibs for BTC. So yeah, we can have a small pullback, but I'm really just holding right now. I'm really not looking to buy any more coins. So I mean, we could chalk this coin up, or this chart up, all different ways. So if we go from the top to the bottom here, that 618 is sitting at around 31,000, but then that's saying you're gonna be bouncing off the 0.5 right here at around 27. So yeah, we could be bouncing off that 27.3 BTC and then head up to the 618 area right here at around that 30,000. But then you have the 786 up over 30,000 at 38,000. Okay, let's get into it. Space ID. Let's see. Yeah, there's not enough information on this. Oh, the song's a banger. And we had the consolidation through the triangle and broke through it, but this is on the 15-minute time frame. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of information to go off of this, and I'd hate to steer anyone wrong. But I mean, you can draw a microfib on it. We would obviously ignore the scam wick off the first rip. Go from the top to the bottom right here. We have to maintain above the 382, which we just bounced off to maintain our bullishness. Indicators right now are looking good. We got that double buy signal here on the WTX. We got a buy signal on the RSI, and I don't even think the MACD has much data yet, but let's see. Yeah, the MACD is about ready to flip bullish. So I think what we're going to be seeing here on Space ID, let's blow this up so we can see a little bit better, is this bounce off the 382 and then possibly working our way up to the 618 here at around 52. You can see since we bottomed in March 28th, so a couple days ago, we've been putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we've had low, high, low, high, low, high, almost put in a lower low, so we'd have to put in a higher high after that. So I'd be keeping an eye on a bounce here. First stop would be 49.50 cents. Get over 49.50 cents. The next stop would be 52. And every time these indicators have shown buy so far since it's been new, every time we've had a buy signal, it's gone up. So first time we got a buy signal, we'll actually start right here. We got a buy signal on the 26th. If we were to listen to that, that was a 19% gain. We got a buy signal right here on the 23rd. That was a 14% gain. We got a buy signal right here on the 30th. That was a 14% gain. So it seems like the average is 14%. So if we get a buy signal here and we go up 14%, that's pretty much right at the 618. So that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye out. I think this thing's going up to the 618. STX down 0.788 cents. Wow, this thing retraced a lot from the last time I charted it. That means it broke out of that channel. The 4 hour. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, I could actually fudge it a little bit to fit the narrative and we still broke out of it. We're trying to get back in it. I mean, if we go by the wicks, I'll give you guys a little bit of a leeway here. I'll go by that wicks, touching that wick. Rejection, we're below it. Yeah, we're about ready to fall off the table here for STX, it looks like. If we can't get back above 92 cents, let's draw this large fib. This is going to be interesting because I think this is, you can actually play this on futures. Okay, so what we're seeing here is the rejection off the 618, which pushed us below this excuse me, this rising wedge. So if we don't get over the 618, if you don't see it break back over 94 cents, then there's a good chance we're to be shit in the bed here pretty good. Indicators right now, we're really not having any momentum on the MACD. You can see we're bouncing bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. RSI sitting pretty low, WTX is sitting pretty low. So we have the juice to break back into this channel, but I'd be keeping a close eye on the 618. That's gonna be the storyteller. If we break above 90, what I say, 92, 93 cents, that general area, then there's a good chance that we could get back into this channel and this was a fake out. So if we head back up here, we could bounce and we can still continue this pattern if we get above the 618. So maybe this is a fake out. Keep a close eye on the 618 for STX. That's on the 4-hour chart. Another big storyteller will probably be the day. So day chart right now, RSI sitting at 50, so that's neutral. We have the WTX sitting at 50, that is neutral. But this MACD, MACD still running bearish and a straight free fall here. And you know what this looks like to me? M. So M's in charting are bearish, W's are bullish. So what is this kind of showing me is that you have a double top here on the MACD. So I think this bearish momentum has a little bit more room to continue, most likely back down to, you know, 0-1 or to the even. Main price, wow, main price volume's all the way down here at 23 cents. So the main price volume kind of acts as a magnet. That's where a majority of the coins were bought at. So if we start falling down and we start getting through these volume gaps here below the 382 at 74, it could be a really fast cascading effect to the downside. So I'm not trying to be bearish here. There is a chance of getting back in that channel, but I'm just warning you guys, there's not a whole lot of volume holding this up here. Yeah, if I saw STX break over, I'd say 95 cents. That's probably where I'd put my long end. 95. If we get over 95, I think then we'll continue the pattern. So like I said, the end goal I think is the 1618. So we're not out of the cards yet. This could be a possible fake out. We'll just have to keep a close eye on it. Can I look at ordinal Doge? Sounds like a scam coin. Let's see. Ordinal Doge 3.5%, 4378. All-time high 27 days ago. Got rugged, went down 87%. All-time low 5 days ago, 50. So available on swaps. So it's actually available on some exchanges besides swaps, which is interesting. But I think we have to break out the DEX on this one. Let's see, where's my DEX at? OD, OGE. Yeah, it looks like every other dog coin. You have the pump and then you have the dump. I'm currently in a dog coin called ASHIB, and once I start seeing this parabolic move like this, like every other dog coin, that's where I'm going to exit out at. But I got in right at the beginning and I'm up currently 5x right now, and you can see this thing ran. Oh, that's what is that? 35,000%. Is that correct? Yeah, that thing ran approximately 34,000%. Is that the 34x? So I'm only looking for a 10, 15x on mine. But yeah, once you start seeing this rally right here, and you start, that's the key time to get out. But right now, I really don't have any. I thought I had some templates. Let's see, CC. There we go. RSI is looking manipulated. MACD looking like it wants to cross over bearish. You really don't have any bullish movement here. I don't know why these are all light green. So I really don't have much to say on this one. Best of luck. There you go. Best of luck. Can you find a chart on artificial liquid intelligence, ALI? Let's see. Yeah, this one seems to be fine. 3.4 cents, 123 million market cap. So right now we're being held up on the 0.5 on the large fib. So we're being held up by the 0.5 on the large fib. We have the MACD here, very indecisive, bouncing bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. So this means there's, in my personal opinion, it means there's about, there's a big move about ready to happen. Because when you start seeing the MACD just kind of consolidating, bouncing back and forth, inevitably after that you see a large movement. Because similar to right here, you can see the MACD really didn't move much. We were going very small green, very small red, very small green, and then we had a large run on the MACD there. Very, very similar to other times too, like right here we had consolidation, then we had a big movement to the upside. So MACD showing that there's some sort of big movement coming. Could it be to the upside or the downside? That is the question. RSI is lower. RSI is at 37. Hang on, this music's loud as fuck. One sec. So yeah, ALI right now 0.5. So 0.5 has to hold in a large fib, then we possibly work our way up to the 618. Right now though, indicators are pretty much neutral. I mean, this is a large fib here. Like I said, the MACD is showing some sort of large move is going to come. The good thing that you have going for you is the main price volume is sitting up here at 6.6 cents. So like I mentioned several times before, kind of the main price volume kind of acts as a magnet, not a hardcore magnet, but it does tend to pull that price towards it. So I'd be keeping an eye on a slightly upwards movement for ALI right now. Let's see what the day chart says. Day chart right now, wow. Yeah, if we fall below this 0.5, it's going to be done. Look at this price volume here on the day chart, guys. This is crazy. There's a huge volume gap pretty much between the 0.5 all the way back down to almost the 236 area right here. So if we hit that, that is going to be a free fall. So you have to keep a close eye on 3.4. What is this? 3.4. I would say the lowest you could go is 3.1. And then obviously if you break below 3, that's where you start free falling. The good thing you have going for you though here on the day chart, MACD is looking like it's working towards its bullish crossover. So we're about ready to cross over bullish. Let's just hope it's not a fake out like it was here on March 5th. We had a slight fake out here on March 5th, and then we continued our bearish momentum. So if we're pretty close, if we cross over that bullish momentum, that would signify a bounce here back up to the 618. Indicators aren't overbought. Indicators are actually looking good. You have the RSI at 38. You have the WTX sitting at pretty much the green area. And then let's toss on my GMMA real quick. The GMMA wants to cross over green. Ooh, so the GMMA hasn't crossed over green yet. So that's something we're gonna be keeping a close eye on as well. So word of caution, we fall below 3 cents. This thing's getting rugged down to 1.5. Shoe. The whole market is waiting for other shows to drop. How's RNDR doing? RNDR down 0.5, 129. Oh. It's only down 85%. That's not bad compared to a lot of other coins. A lot of other coins are still down 92 plus. So day chart here. So we're still in this downtrend. This is the day chart that we're testing right now. So I'll do this downtrend on the day chart. Let's look at the 4 hour and see what that entails. So 4 hour chart here is looking kind of bearish to me. 4 hour chart, the MACD actually just crossed over bearish. The RSI is high, the WTX is high. We did pretty much just fall below that main price volume area as well. If you draw this small micro fib from the top to the bottom right here, what I'm going to be looking for is a possible drop back down to around 119 at the 0.5. If we break below the 119, then we're probably going to be dropping down to $1. That would be putting in a lower low, which would not be good. So you want to bounce off the 0.5 here. If you want to be technical about it, you can actually say we could almost be consolidating within this triangle right here, and that actually does validate that bounce off the 0.5. and the possible breakout to the 1236 at 185. So as long as we don't fall below $1.10, I guess this thing can technically still be bullish. But for the short term right now, the indicators are showing a pullback. So I'd be keeping an eye on probably the 0.5. That's another 6% drop. Yeah, I would say a 6% drop on RNDR. And then if we get a bounce off there, that consolidation would most likely move us up to the 1236. And then we'd probably be starting, like an expanding wedge, but that's too much prediction right there. I'd rather focus on the information I have in front of me. So this is kind of what I'm seeing for RNDR right now. If we break below the 0.5 though, then it's going to be pretty much rugged down to the 236 at $1. So I'm calling 119. If it breaks below 119, then it's most likely retracing back down to $1. Day charts aren't looking bad. I mean, we're losing our bullish momentum here on the MACD, but like I said, I'm still expecting that pullback down to the 0.5. So day chart is holding up the 618, break below the 618, 0.5, and then breaking to the upside. Shoe, is that an actual coin? Shoe? Or did you just type shoe? Oh, I see what you're saying. You were you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Okay. Can I check bonk? Absolutely, I'll check bonk. I haven't looked at bonk in a hot minute. I have a pretty decent sized bag of bonk, not really buying anymore, not planning on selling any, just gonna hold it to 0 probably. Down 6.4. I remember correctly, bonk was doing pretty dang good recently. 1 second. MEXC, go try to MEXC because that's where I buy it from. Man, we really need to put in a higher high here, because I'm under the impression, or I'm saying this is the bottom for bonk here, and we're to be starting another larger wave to the upside. So what I really want to see is us break above that 7484 right here on bonk. We need to do that. But right now on the 4-hour chart, man, it looks like we're about ready to fall hard. We got that sell signal on WTX, we got the sell signal on the RSI, we got the MACD crossed over bearish. Last time this happened, I mean, the last time it happened was right here. I mean, technically still went up after that, but then we fell. Pretty much an exact repeat of March 15th. Sell signal on WTX, sell signal on RSI, about ready to cross bearish, and we were right here. And then we ran up. We ran up 26%, said F you, and then we dropped. Then we dropped 34%. So what I'm hoping is the case, like, if I hope this still continues to the upside and we put in a higher high, because if we start retracing here, guess what this looks like to me? An M. M's are bearish in crypto. W's are bullish. So if you want to say there's your W, you can. But right now, let's just draw a fib and see what's going on. A lot of scribbles on the screen. I like my scribbles. So we broke below the 786. The good thing that we have going for us here, look at the main price volume is actually sitting at a main support area too. So we have the 618 sitting at 5766. We have the main price volume sitting at 5766. You can see we have a lot of support in that general area. So what I'm thinking could be the case is we could be heading down around that 5779 and then getting our bounce out of there and heading up to the 1236. We cannot fall below the 618 here. If we fall below the 618 at 57, that will solidify some heavy movement to the downside. So our main support that needs to hold for bonk to maintain some sort of bullish momentum is the 5753. So right now you can technically say we put in a lower high on the 4-hour. So for bonk, I'm going to be looking for another 7% drop to the downside. Yeah, day chart showing the same thing. 5779. Yep, so let's just keep an eye on that. 6185779, and then I'll keep you guys updated after that point. So 7% retracement is what I'm looking at. AGIX. AGIX is down 4.4, 40 cents. And this thing has actually held up a lot better than I thought. We had this initially huge drop right here, and V-shape patterns in crypto are extremely bullish. You can see that put in a bottom right there. We had that very, very fast recovery on the day chart. We're holding pretty good at the 618. The 618 is our support right now. Indicators aren't looking bad. We're pretty much reset on the RSI. We're reset on the WTX. MACD is really indecisive. The only thing that's kind of concerning me is on the day chart is the main price volume is sitting here at 5.1 cents. I've mentioned this several times in AGIX. Look at how skinny this is right here. It wouldn't take a whole lot to start a cascading free fall. I'm not trying to be bearish. I'm just pointing out some information for you guys. There's not a whole lot of price volume here. We even got a price gap between 31 and 25 cents. So we'll get to the short term real quick, but let me take a sip of water. So I saw John Wick 4 yesterday. It was pretty good. I mean, the what is it called? Choreograph. Yeah, the fight scenes are pretty good. Tons of fight scenes. I mean, at some point it's like, come on, man. There's just too much fighting. But the choreograph of the fighting was absolutely crazy good. Probably could have had a little bit of a better story, but the ending kind of threw you for a loop. It's kind of like, did that happen? Did it really? I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But yeah, it was really good. I'd watch it again for sure. Once it comes out on DVD or whatever, I'll probably just binge it all in one go. Start from 1, end at 4. Okay, so where are we at? AGIX. Okay, let me get myself situated real quick. Yeah, then I went to this ramen bar afterwards. I've driven by it a million times, and then just decided to stop in before the movie. That was pretty cool. It was like authentic ramen with like the egg in it and the little fish thing with the pink swirl and stuff. It was pretty neat. Okay, so AGIX right now, 618 is holding us up as support. Needs to hold us up as support to maintain our bullish momentum. We're going to draw a micro fib on this bad boy now. So on the 4-hour chart, though, the main price volume is sitting at the 786, which is great. So it's sitting at the 786, and hopefully that is going to be the area that it pulls us up to. If we take a general look, I think we broke out of this small downtrend we were in as well. Oh, we're currently back testing it right now, actually. So we had that downtrend from the 19th of March. We're currently back testing it right now as support. It needs to hold the support. If it doesn't hold the support, we're going to be heading down. But if it does hold the support, then we could see a decent sized move to the upside. Indicators right now aren't looking bad at all. We're pretty much reset on all of them. So if you start seeing a bounce off this 40 cents area, then that's going to confirm a breakout to me. Because right now we broke out, we're back testing it. If we see a breakout, the next level will be 44. And then inevitably, I think we'll be heading back up to 50 cents for AGIX. So that is approximately, if we get a bounce here, where's that? There we go. If we get a bounce here, 8% move back up, and then if we break above that, a 22% move to the upside. So, and if you even want to go on the shorter term, I know some people are like, oh, look at this, you got a double top right here, which is bearish, but I mean, that's only 3 days, so I wouldn't really be concerned with that. I'd be keeping an eye on the larger picture from the 18th down. So AGIX, if we get a bounce here at 40, that's going to be bullish. If we break below 40, then that is going to be bearish. We'll fall back into this downtrend and probably head back down to 37. So we need to stay above 40 is what I'm getting at here for AGIX. So yeah, 4-hour chart really doesn't have a definitive direction, I guess you could say. Let me toss that main price volume back on. But you do have the main price volume up here at 48, which is kind of helps guide it in that direction, I would help say. So let's keep an eye on this test and then continuation to the upside. So where we at here? Where we at? Right, check bonk for good mojo. Hit the like. Thanks, Road Dog. VXV. Oh. VXV 5.2, 40 cents. I've gone over VXV lots of times. And how I think they're going to perform exceptionally well in the bull run due to the low market cap, low supply, 1919 all-time high. Still down 97%. Still in this downtrend and broke the 382. Dang. So we broke the 382 here, and that's not good because the next main support isn't until 33 cents here. So, I mean, we do have the round number of 40. Like, those round numbers are very psychological support areas, but technically speaking, there's really no support right there. But let me just draw a horizontal line there because I know for a fact that round numbers are very heavy support and resistance areas. Close as I can there. Boom. So that has to hold. You can see we're actually right on it right now, or just below it. So 4-hour indicator for VXV. Wow, bearish MACD. RSI is extremely low. WTX is extremely low. Let me actually go to the day chart here and see if we can find a direction. Dang. That's not good, guys. That's not good. The great thing though is that 40 cents, you can see that's the look at how large that price volume area is compared to all these other areas up here. That's why it's the main price volume, but it's a lot larger. So there's a lot of volume there at 40 cents. So I would have to think that 40 cents would hold, especially with how reset we are on these indicators. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for VXV. We're at 40. Where are we at right now? 40.09, 40.02. Oh no, the main price volume on the day is at 36. Whoops, I read that chart wrong. So there's a chance we could drop down to 36, I guess, and then head back up. Because you can see what happens every time here. So what I'm seeing here on the day chart for VXV, you can see we tested the downtrend, and then you had the very fast downwards capitulation. Then you come up and test it, you bop around for a bit, then you have a very hard downtrend capitulation. We tested it right here. We had the hard downwards capitulation, but we didn't test it. We're still continuing downwards. So eventually we got to find a bottom here, and I'd say 36 cents on the day chart. Regardless though, VXV right now is bearish, unfortunately. Bearish in the short term, bullish in the long term. I still think this is the bottom for VXV at 23 cents. So I think 35 cents wouldn't be a bad buying opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little guy right here and say that's where I'm kind of thinking it's going to go. Back down the main price, find it around 36 to 35 cents. Can you overlay a BTC chart on STX? Yeah, let's see it out. Follows it pretty dang accurately. except this area right here. I mean, it ran. This is where we had our deviation from BTC. BTC fell right here. STX ran right there. Let's see. There's a way. Yeah. So this is the BTC overlay on STX, Chef. So I guess whatever you think BTC is going to do, STX is going to follow. The deviation was in China decriminalized by. Oh, okay. Yeah, because we definitely got away from them right there. So we're deviated from BTC. It still has obviously some effect on us because it's the tide that raises and lowers all ships. And STX is just a boat upon that tide, but we did deviate from them right here. Okay, where we at? Check bonk, did that. Can you do Gala and ACH? Thanks for the stream. No problem. XTX China coin. China coin. What even is STX? I guess I can do my research later. News, updates, and useful content from across the Stacks ecosystem. Oh, I heard. Yes, I remember this now. Smart contracts on Bitcoin. So Gala 2-1, 4 cents. Man, I thought Gala was absolutely going to rip. I remember when I was at 1.5 and we were in the Discord and we're like, man, we're going to the moon. I'm like, oh, I'm going to wait for that pullback. Never got it. And then, yeah. Right here is when we found it on the Discord at 1.5. So day chart here, you're obviously still in the downtrend. I mean, if you go by the bodies of the candles, you wicked above it briefly there. We're at the main support area. Main support area has to hold. Indicators on the day chart are showing consolidation. So it's looking like a big move's about ready to happen. You can see we barely flipped bearish on the MACD. We barely flipped bullish to the MACD. And we're about ready to flip bearish again. Same with the RSI. It's neutral, pretty much at 50 exactly. WTX is neutral at 50 exactly. So what we need, what am I trying to say here? So usually when that happens, a large movement is about to come, a significant movement to one side or the other. So hopefully it's going to be in the bullish side of things. And in order for it to be in the bullish movement, we'd have to break above, I'd say 4.2, 4.3, and then we could see a large move to the upside. But if we draw the master fib here, I guess you could say, did we always go from the body of the candle? No, we went from the wick. So in order for Gala to have that massive move out of that downtrend, what I'd see is a bounce off the 0.5 here at around 3.9, and then we could see that reversal to the upside to the 782 or 786 at around 5.2. That would be the start of this uptrend right here. And then subsequently, if we create a channel like that, we could be seeing something like that forming. But if we break below the 0.5 at 3.9, heavy drop down to the 3.82. So it's looking like it's about ready to decide on which way it wants to head. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be upwards. I think BTC is going to hit 30K this week. Ramen noodle coin. Yeah, so what I'm seeing for Gala here is probably a little bit more movement to the downside to the 0.5 at around 3.9. Then I think that's going to be the reversal to the upside from there. I don't even think we stop at the 3.82. Indicators on the short-term time frame are calling for that small pullback. So yeah, keep an eye on that 3.9. Main price volume, we're pretty much just got rejected off of it. So 3.9 for Gala, and then to the moon. If we break below 3.9, next stop will probably be 3.3. Yeah, but like I mentioned before in Gala, we had this downtrend that we broke out of, back tested, and had a confirmed breakout. Oh, so it's kind of up in the air. I'd be keeping an eye on that 0.5. Exclusive NFT mint starts tomorrow on BLZ. ACH is, this is ACH. This looks exactly like Gala. Pretty much the same thing as Gala. Reset on WTX, reset on the RSI. MACD is still bearish. We're on the 4-hour chart. I actually want to overlay Gala real quick. I mean, they really don't have anything to do with each other, but still. Yeah, look at that. There's Gala's in the orange. ACH is in not the orange, I guess you could say. So whatever one of these coins does, the other one might follow its direction. That's kind of crazy how they correlate with each other. This one, though, we actually broke below the 0.5 here for ACH. So ACH does look like it wants to go down to 3 cents. Yeah, so I'd be keeping an eye on ACH down to 3 cents, and that has to hold, because if we break below the 382, look at, there's a price volume gap here, and that's going to make you most likely drop much lower to around 2.7. So ACH has to hold the 0.5, or not 0.5, has to hold the 382, which I do think it's going down to. So from here to there, that's approximately another 7% drop for ACH. And who knows? We'll have to keep a close eye on Gala. I don't know how Alchemy Pay and Gala could be correlated so closely, but if ACH starts dropping, there's a possibility Gala might drop along with it from some sort of outside stimulus or something. Stimulation. I hear Ether's going to tank in 10 days. If Ether's going to tank in 10 days, I'm buying some. Is it going to tank because they're unlocked? They're going to be unlocking a whole bunch. If they're going to be unlocking a whole bunch and people start selling and everything like that, that's only going to initiate the burn rate much quicker, and so much ETH is going to be burned. It could be similar to, who knows, remember when Solana cracked the bed real fast and recovered? It could be a really good buying opportunity here in 10 days if that happens. I'd buy that dip up in a heartbeat. Polyswarm. Yeah, this is another coin. I remember I haven't charted this one in a hot minute. Down 1.5 at 1 cent. Very small market cap. 1.5 billion coins in circulation. All-time high was a year ago at 17. NC. Such a weird thing. Polyswarm, and then it's NCT. Whoa. So we got our support. Obviously, that's our support here for Polyswarm. And then I don't know if I want to go by these wicks or not. But regardless, on the 4-hour chart, this is what we're looking at here. So this 0096 has to hold for Polyswarm. So we've pretty much been consolidating within this triangle since January 2023. Indicators right now similar to ACH and Gala, neutral. We're neutral on RSI. We're neutral on the WTX. Really not doing much on the MACD. MACD is about ready to cross bearish, but I'm not seeing any large movement if it does cross over bearish. So what is going on here? There we go. So Polyswarm might be a play here pretty soon. So what I'm seeing here is the set, what is this, 382? The 382 most likely is going to be the support around, yeah, look at that, 382 sitting exactly on a penny. So that psychological support on top of a fib support. If we continue this consolidation here and we break to the upside, that could be a big move up to 1-2. This thing loves to throw wicks though. Look how crazy big these wicks are here to the upside. Usually when it throws a wick like that, then it starts cascading down, but we still are in a downtrend nonetheless, but our main support is sitting here at around 9.5. So short term for Polyswarm, I'm going to be looking for a penny. And then eventually we're going to be nearing this consolidation peak. And there's no way we're going to be consolidating between this or through this downtrend sideways. So eventually once we break one way or the other, then that's the direction that we're going to be looking for Polyswarm. In order for a breakout to happen, we have to have the candle open and close above it, and then probably back test as support, and then work our way up to that 618. So I think this week Bitcoin's going to be bullish, and we're going to be seeing 30K. So there could be a chance that Polyswarm could break out to the upside this week. The 4-hour chart's not looking bad. The day chart's neutral too. Wow, day chart showing massive consolidation. Look at that. Look at that MACD just pretty much straight lined on the MACD. Same with the RSI and the WTX. So a big move's about ready to come for Polyswarm as well. Hopefully it's to the upside. To the upside, you're going to be seeing a big pump. But has Polyswarm ever actually pumped? I mean, it just looks like the chart goes down. Yeah, my ramen noodles were oh, I already told you. But it had like fried pork belly in it and stuff. It was crazy good. Yeah, so Polyswarm is on the cusp of a large move, hopefully to the upside. Last 3 coins we looked at are on the cusp of a large move. Hopefully they're all to the upside. Quant 2.2, 126. Man, Quant is just a beast. Quant is just a beast. Bottomed here in June and have not looked back since. Still stuck in this. No, I think we actually broke out of that downtrend. Let's see. Huh? Oh, we did break out of the downtrend after this bottom right here. I know everyone's looking for $100 quant. I just don't know if it's going to happen. $100 quant sitting right here. If I draw a horizontal line, let me see. At $100. Yeah, I still don't know if we're going to be seeing $100 quant. But you can see in the larger term, you have your high here, your low here, your high here. So we are making lower highs and lower lows. So a lower low would actually bring us down to 100 if that's the case. But I don't think BTC is going to be tanking. And I think that's the only way we'd see $100 quant. Right now on the 4-hour chart, things aren't looking terrible. I mean, the RSI is high, WTX is high, and the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. So some sort of pullback here on the short term for quant. I think that short term would most likely bring us down to the 618 here around 122 to 120. I think that's the lowest we're going to be seeing quant here, 122 to 120. Then hopefully we see a reversal to the upside, because if we go down to that 120, then I think the 618 will get rejected, and then that would be your chance at $100 quant, something like that. So 618 has to hold. The 618 holds here. I think we'll be seeing some movement back up for quant. If the 618 breaks, then you might be on your way to $100 quant. Regardless, quant is very, very strong. Has held up exceptionally well this bear market. Day chart's bullish. I want to try something real quick. Yeah, and we're above the 618 here, and that 618 sitting at around 118, 120. Yeah, so I still think quant might have a slight pullback down to 120, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. ORAI, please. Love your TA. Thank you. So ORAI, $4. Small market cap, small circulating supply. This thing could easily rip in the bull run if it survives the bear market. Super small market cap, super small circulating supply. All-time high was $1.05. Top of the last bull run, we're down 96% from that all-time high. All-time low was 4 months ago. If you would have bought this 4 months ago, you'd already be up 344% just on a spot hold. So that's great. Looks like the markets. Where can we see this bad boy? Thought there was a button to see markets right there. These are the exchanges that it's currently available on. Looks like KuCoin is the largest exchange by volume, followed by Uniswap. This isn't looking bad at all. It's actually looking like it's about ready to rip. Because you can see similar situations. We ran up, we dipped, we ran up, we consolidated, we ran up, we dipped, and we're holding at that previous breakout point from January 2023 to February of 23, or January 15th to February 2nd. So we have to maintain above that. Let's see. I'm going to draw a large fib on this first to see if we can find any information. Broke below the 618 on the large fib. Now, if we drop it down here, we broke below the 0.5 on that fib. Testing the 0.5 there on that fib. So we're actually gonna do a fib retracement real quick. Yeah, so if we break from our current point, if we break below $4, the next stop's gonna be $3.12. Like that's a pretty heavy drop there. Indicators are looking great though. We're looking around the day chart here. Remember, day chart takes a little bit longer to play out, but the day chart about ready to flip bullish here on the MACD. RSI is looking great for some movement to the upside. WTX is low, and I don't know how my volume keeps getting deleted. Main price volume, however, is all the way down here at $1.43. If we do break below this 0.5, you can see that there's a huge price volume gap there. You can see what happens when you hit a price volume gap. When we hit the price volume gap on the way up on January 6th to January 15th, we moved rather quickly through it. So same thing, if we break to the way down, break through it on the way down, we'll probably move pretty quick through it back down to the 1618. So that's the day chart. Let's look what's happening in the short-term time frame. Yeah, short-term time frame, we're looking good. We're pretty much reset on all our indicators. Yeah, we're showing some bearish sign on the MACD, but I don't think we'd be running hard. Like I said, that 0.5 absolutely needs to hold at $4 for us to go to the upside. For some reason, there's some sort of support right here. I can't figure out why $3.54. You can see we tested it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times before we moved higher. So obviously that's a support area for some reason or another. So we're going to have that on the charts as well. So if we break below the 0.5, what I could see is a quick capitulation down to probably that 350, 356, and then a reversal back up to the 786. You can see we have a high here, low here, high here, low here. Bounced off that 786, we'll put in a lower high. But if you think we're looking very, very similar to something along the lines of this or this, then that's saying another large movement to the upside could be possible. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that. And if you want a little bit of moon boy hopium, I guess, if we did get that large movement up, the 1618 sent up here at around 25 bucks even. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of hopium here. Bounce off that 350 and then shoot up there. But short term right now, indicators aren't looking bad. I think we're going to be moving to the upside here. We could have a slight pullback down to that 350 and then working our way up. But we're above the main, we're above the whole number of $4. Like I said, psychological areas, psychological supports at whole numbers are very, very strong. Nonetheless, you can see how hard it was to get over it right here. We pretty much consolidated between that 355 and $4 until we finally broke above it. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to guess we're going to be seeing some sort of bounce to the upside. Oh yeah, remember Quanta's on futures now. That is true. It is true. INJ 2.1508. Oh, this is okay. We're gonna do it on KuCoin. Well, it's available on Coinbase as well. But screw Coinbase. Oh, I've charted this before, it looks like. Back in August of 2022. Right now we're looking bearish. Got the sell signal on the WTX, RSI's in a free fall. MACD's about ready to cross over bearish as well. So I think this thing's about ready to drop. What I'm seeing for a drop is most likely heading back down to that. Oh, this is the price related. I don't think this is the right coin. Oh, this is Shiba Inu. Why the hell am I in Shiba Inu? My bad, guys. My bad. Not much has changed though from that, I guess. We're overbought on the WTX. We're RSI's overbought. MACD's about ready to flip bearish. Main price volume is sitting here at around 420. So I'm going to be expecting a pullback to 420. You can see this general uptrend that we're on right now. This is a general area that we peak out at. So we could be seeing a pullback down to that 618 at around 420 and then heading back up to, you know, above $5 to continue tagging out that uptrend resistance right there, putting in those higher highs. We did put in a lower low here, but it was a V-shaped bottom. V-shaped bottoms are extremely bullish. You can see what happens every time you get a steep V-shape. You tend to move up very, very fast. So short term right now, top to the bottom, two different areas we need to keep a close eye on this pullback. It's probably the 786 at around 455. You break below 455, I think 420 is the lowest that we go. So I could be seeing something like this or something like this. So I'd be keeping an eye on a pullback, but in the longer term, I think this thing's bullish. That's a 5% pullback to the 786 or 12% pullback to the main price volume area, then a continuation to the upside. You can see last time we were overbought right here on March 23rd, we actually retraced 28%. Not saying we're going to retrace 28%, but if we do retrace 28%, pretty much brings us right down to the 618. So I guess we could be looking for something like this. And then that could be the start of something like that. Yeah, that actually looks valid. You can see we bounced off that right here on the 29th of January. We wicked off it right here on March 2023, and we actually just bounced off it here on March 23rd. So a tracement back down to that 618 actually ties in pretty dang accurately with that. A bounce off that 618. and then working our way up to, 575 or 550. So I think short term this is gonna be bearish, but once we get that bounce, it'll be bullish. So short term, probably some pretty nasty drops. That's 5%, that's 10%, this is 20%. BLZ down 1.682. So BLZ, you can actually play it on futures, so that's pretty cool, especially if they're coming out with something like that. Yeah, BLZ is looking bearish right now. We're starting to nosedive on all our indicators. 0.5 needs to hold at 8.1. If that breaks, our next stop will be 7.1. That's on the larger fib. If we draw the smaller fib here from top to the bottom, what we'd be looking for here is most likely a drop back down to 7.8. So hopefully something like this, but we could actually come all the way back down to the 382 here at 7.5, and that'd be putting in a lower or a higher low. So we could head down there and still be bullish if we bounce off that 382. So from here to there, that's a 7% drop on BLZ. So 7% drop on BLZ, and then work our way back up to around 9.5. So short term, we're gonna have to be bearish. Let's see what the day chart looks like. Day chart's actually showing bearish as well, crossing over bearish on the MACD. RSI and WTX are neutral. Main price volume area is sitting at approximately 8.2 cents. Okay. Yeah, so for BLZ, it's looking like we're going to be seeing some sort of pullback, but keep a close eye on that news because Catalyst definitely outpowered TA. XRP. Well, I mean, we broke the uptrend on XRP, so we lost some momentum here. So what I'm seeing now on XRP, you can see we were in this uptrend, and we just broke the uptrend on the RSI, broke the uptrend on the WTX. And yes, we are about ready to flip bullish on the MACD, but we have to get above the 618. And we have not tested this yet as resistance. So that's something we have to keep a close eye on for XRP. Coming up here and testing probably around 55 cents at the 786. And that is be our make or break moment for XRP. If we get a rejection off of that, that's going to confirm this uptrend is dead, and then we could start falling back down for XRP. But if we break above that 786, we could be back in the trend. We were way overbought here. I don't remember what I called about last time on XRP about being overbought, but we got that sell signal on the WTX and everything, so we were expecting some sort of pullback. But right now we're below the 618. So that's bearish right now. We're trying to overtake it right now on the 4-hour chart, and we have to get back into this uptrend. So we have that uptrend resistance to deal with as well once we get there. So we have a little bit of battle ahead of us for XRP here in the short term, it looks like. Let's see what the GMMA looks like real quick. That GMMA is starting to converge towards each other, so that's something we got to keep a close eye on. Yeah, we're losing steam on the day chart for XRP as well. Losing steam on the WTX. We're losing steam on everything. We actually just got a sell signal on the day chart yesterday on XRP. Last time we got a sell signal was January 26th for XRP, and it did play out. I mean, it wasn't a heavy drop. It went down, I mean, 17%. That's nothing to sneeze at. But last time we got a sell signal, we dropped 17. And prior to that, once we got a sell signal, we had this little consolidation and then crap the bed. We had the big old BART pattern going on right there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, XRP has a little bit of a battle ahead of it. Get out of here, dog. My wife brought me Subway and my dog's trying to eat it. Get. So I've been getting some degen plays lately, like very, very risky degen plays. So everyone knows that I love my Aleph Zero, correct? If you've been a part of my channel, you know I love my Aleph Zero. And they actually launched the first meme coin on Aleph Zero. Now, could it be a rug? Absolutely. But I'm up 5x on it so far. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that. So Aleph Shib is that meme coin. The first meme coin to launch on the Aleph Zero ecosystem. You know, smart contracts went live last Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, I think it was last Wednesday. So that's what Aleph Shib, that's one of the degen plays I'm in. Another one is A-Shib at NFTs. So what I like about these NFTs is that you can stake the NFTs to earn A-Shib. You can stake the NFTs to earn Azero. For every partnership they make, such as project tokens, would be airdropped to NFT holders. You know, 2 partnerships are already secured. So if they drop coins, the NFT holders get airdrops from that. You get revenue from their lottery platform every 2 days, paid back in Azero. Like I said, who knows? They could be talking out of their ass here and this could be a scam. But I mean, these are only 5 Azero each, and I figured why not take a shot on it. So the max you can mint is 50. So I just went ahead and just minted 50 of these bad boys, and I'll keep you guys updated on that play. Definitely a high-risk degen play for sure. So you can head over to my Twitter page if you're interested in looking into that. Definitely do your own research on it, guys, because it could be a rug. But no risk, no reward, right? Okay, FTM. So I'll do FTM, and then I'll chart one more coin for you guys. So after FTM, who wants the last coin charted? So FTM is down 2.3% at 45 cents. So FTM day chart, about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI, WTX are neutral. Like a lot of other coins, still in this downtrend right here, battling it out. So for FTM right now, it's just looking like we're going to retrace back down to the 618. So I'd be keeping an eye, most likely I'd drop back down to 43. That's on the day chart. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Oh man, this song's a banger. I think I say that every time. Gets me hyped to chart some crypto. Short or long term for IMX? Not sure. I'll have to look into that. So right now we are putting in lower highs and lower lows, but you can technically in the short term say we did put in a higher high here. So for FTM, what I'm gonna be looking for is most likely I drop back down to the 618 here to around 4.3, and then we can see a push up there to back up to 50 cents. 4-hour chart, it is showing there is going to be some sort of pullback. We are bearish on the MACD. RSI is pretty high. WTX is starting its retracement. So we are going to be seeing some pullback. So first pullback most likely is to that 4.3. If we break below 4.3, then the next stop's the 0.5 at 40. But the 618 is a very, very powerful support area. It's the most powerful Fibonacci support, the golden pocket it's called. So we're going to be looking at that golden pocket for some support here, and then a possible move to the upside. So I am expecting some downwards movement for FTM, approximately 4 to 5% back down to the 618 here in the short term. And then we'll assess the situation at that time. IMX 38, $1.06. So you're above the dollar. The dollar support area, IMX. Dang, you guys went parabolic there on the March 12th. Big retracement back down. Looks like it wants to head back down further. Yeah, let's just refresh this. So main support, main price volume is at 106. You have that dollar support still. That dollar is a very heavy support area. I've gone over that several times on this live stream about those round numbers. So there's the dollar support area right there. That is a key area we want to keep an eye on. You can see that's pretty much sitting right on the 382. So there's two different situations that I could see going on here for IMX. IMX, we are in a downtrend. We are putting in lower highs and lower lows. So we did break below this main price volume. What I'm seeing is a double support area here at the 382 at the dollar. So I think what we're going to be seeing for IMX is another test of that dollar support area here in the short term. $1.03. 618 sitting at $1. Yeah, IMX is looking like we're heading down to $1, guys. So what I can see is $1. We could possibly wick below that, but I think we'll see a decent sized bounce off the dollar. You see, last time we bounced off the dollar here was the 27th. We had a decent sized rally to the upside. When we broke above $1 here on March 14th, we had a godlike candle to the upside. But we don't want to break below. You can see what happens when we break below $1. We have a very, very hard drop, but indicators aren't looking bad. We're pretty much reset. Yes, we can go lower, and I think the lower that we're going is the dollar here, the dollar, and then we'll assess the situation on IMX. What's the next move for BTC? I think BTC, we're gonna be seeing $30,000 this week. I think we'll be seeing that 30K. Like for the short term, yes, we could go down. I went over BTC at the beginning of the live stream. So I'll go over BTC one more time, and then I'm going to end the live stream. But what I'm seeing here for BTC is we could most likely head back down to test that $27,000 support area. But after that, indicators aren't looking bad at all. So short term on the day chart, like I mentioned, you got that $27,000, and the next main resistance is the 618 here at around $31,000. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Is yeah, we could probably go back down to 27 and then work our way up to the upside. The only bad thing about the day chart here, if you look at it, look at this MACD. That's not the MACD. We just crossed over bearish. So hopefully this is a bearish fake out and it doesn't play out as dramatic, because if it does play out, there could be a drop all the way down to 23, but it's hard for me to believe that that's going to be the case here. I think this week BTC is going to be seeing $30,000. So yeah. So with that, guys, I am going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out today and supporting me. I'm going to get back doing my videos regularly. If you want any coins charted in the future, make sure you join my Discord channel. The link is below in the description. I have a request area right there where you can put your request in. That's usually where I pull my coin requests out that I chart. I'm also available on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active on that. And if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, you can become a member, kind of like Chef Netron there with the BTC logo next to his name. There's a link in the description on how to become a member of the channel. You get priority reply to comments, and then if this channel gets large and there's a lot of people in here, the members get priority for charting requests as well. So if we have like 50 charting requests but members are requesting, members will get priority in that as well. So if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, that's definitely an easy way to support it, is by becoming a member. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out, and I'll catch you guys next time in the live stream of Charting Crypto.